In Europe, global warming isn't just a fairy tale, it's a reality. And winemakers here in northern Italy are preparing now to protect the future.
Global warming is definitely a huge, massive problem, and it's not only about wine. To be honest, I'm personally worried about that. I got a 2-year-old girl, and I feel really we have to give our kids a better world, and we are not doing enough about it.
A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences earlier this year found global warming would make it harder to grow grapes around the world, with a drastic decline by 2050, predicting Europe would be hit the hardest.
In the last 30 years, the average temperature here in Trentino increased 1 degree Celsius. More than in the last 2,000 years.
For the Lunelli family, the face behind Ferrari, Italy's oldest and largest champagne-style wine producer, the future is now.
30 years ago, the harvest in Trentino started at 10th of September. Now the average is at 25th of August.
The University of Milan's professor of viticulture says via translator, the cause is still unclear, but the climate is changing and so should we.
For sure a reality. And what we do not know, however, is the reason or the cause for the climate change. We must try to change our style of living because we're actually wasting too much and we're consuming too much, and we really must change all this.
Here in Trentino, global warming's literally an uphill battle.
Try to think that 1 degree Celsius means that to have the same characteristic and the same climate, the vines must be cultivated 150 meters higher. Our generation program in our life is to move all the vines more than 100 meters higher to contrast this increase of the temperature. We are lucky because in Trentino we have the mountain. Other countries in Italy and in the world, they don't have the mountain.
The mountain is key not only for the elegance and freshness of our wines, but I think it's a bit like an insurance on the future for us, because global warming is an evidence worldwide. The French are going to plant vineyards north and northern, like British sparkling are becoming more appealing, just because for having a complex méthode champenoise, método classico, you need to have a very cool and fresh climate. So the last vineyards we have planted in the last years are much higher than we would have done 30 years before.
It's about having a family and a business. You have a long strategic plan and you don't think about tomorrow, you think about the next generation.
There are only about 220 master sommeliers in the world. Virginia Phillip is one of them, and she's confident this won't be the end of the wine world as we know it.
I think the cool climate regions such as Champagne, a little bit of Burgundy, we're starting to taste it, I think. But otherwise, it's not here quite yet. It's coming. I think there will definitely be some ramifications from global warming, but I don't know how severe it will be. Probably not that severe. I think we'll still be here in 2050 talking about wine.
The life of a winery, the life of the agriculture under the sky. You have to do the best, but of course the nature make his life, and you have to accept it.